who appeared as an upper-class man with the two Ronnies in 1966's Class Sketch. Eric Hyde. The Boyzone hit, No Matter What, comes from which Andrew Lloyd Webber musical? Phantom of the Opera, Whistle Down the Wind, Evita. What is a term for a method of selling in which the price is reduced until a buyer is found? Dutch auction. What bright flower lends its name to a brand of domestic rubber gloves? Marigold, tulip, daffodil. What cereal was advertised with the slogan, "The trouble is, they taste too good"? Crunchy Nut Cornflakes, Sugar Pops, Cocoa Pops. Which two cities are linked by the M8 motorway? Manchester and Leeds. Which of these actors is male? Drew. Which of these women was not the mother of two kings? Henrietta Maria, Ellen. Which of these Spanish phrases means, "See you tomorrow, hasta mañana, muchas veces, por favor"? Which of these words relates to the eyes? Oral, cranial. Which of these ripens underground? Peanut, chestnut. Which of these musical commands indicates the slowest pace? Which of these celebrity mothers gave birth to twins first? Mariah Carey, Jennifer Lopez, Julia Roberts. An oasis is normally found in which areas of land? Bailey is a term for which of these? Which of these Martin Scorsese films is in black and white? Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, The In the USA, which of these would take place in The Fall? Which of these instruments belongs to the brass? Which of these numbers is divisible? Which of these capital cities is not? Something, scrumdiddlyumptus. Traditionally, mint sauce is served with what roast? Pitt and Fort appeared in what children's TV program? The Tomorrow People, Metal Mickey, Camberwick Green. Which of these recording artists has won an Academy Award? Eminem. Which of these is not a prime number? What high-kicking dance originated in France in the 1830s? Can-can. Which of these cheeses comes from Denmark? Which of these literary characters does not die in a novel? Lorna Doone. Which of these is a fishing village in Devon? Beer, ale, cider. In what sport might a death spiral be performed? In what sport might a death spiral be performed? New Zealand's kiwi is similar in size to what other bird? What is the national currency of Ukraine? What term is used for someone who drives too fast? What term is used for someone who drives too fast? Iron toe, tin heel, lead foot. On TV, what was the name of Superted's enemy? On TV, what was the name of Superted's enemy? Oklahoma Bill, Texas Pete, Indiana Joe. Which fashion designer introduced her tweed suit in 1923? What marine creature can turn its stomach inside out? What type of aircraft has no tail? What is the male equivalent of maternity leave? What is the highest singing voice in women and boys? What is the highest singing voice in women and boys? Alto, contralto, soprano. American Craig Stadler played which sport professionally? In the Bible, what is the Ark of the Covenant? Honeydew and cantaloupe are varieties of which fruit? And, auditive, person learns mostly by doing what? A rhombic has how many faces? The drunken sailor is a basic step used in which dance? Think before you ink is a warning about getting what? What was the name of Miguel Barclay's first cookbook? What is the name of the Legislative Assembly of Iceland? What Mozart opera was inspired by the story of Don Juan? Which forest is located in Hampshire and Wiltshire?